Good afternoon, everybody. Pastor Dave coming to you once again from St. Andrew's Lutheran Church here in Yorktown in the gathering space today because it is too cold in the sanctuary to do a mini church. Been spending a lot of time thinking about how to get the church back into the building now that we're starting to talk about things are getting better, and the governor and the mayor and all those folks are starting to talk about the possibility of reopening things. And there's some people across the country that have already begun. I don't know when that's going to happen, but I've been starting to think about it, and our church council is thinking about it as well. What might church look like? Church worship look like, and what might it be like when we finally get the chance to come back together? All those plans are really just in their embryo stages, so I will tell you more when there is more to tell. Right at the moment, everything is sort of hypothetical. One of the other things that I've been working on is I've been spending a lot more time reading the Bible. I made sort of an intention this year to try and read the entire Bible, not all of it, but not necessarily in order, cover to cover. So I've been reading a lot of different stuff. I just finished the book of Genesis, which is kind of a beast at 50 chapters. I didn't know where to go after that, so I randomly picked the book of Nehemiah. I didn't know anything about Nehemiah. Now that I've read it, I know about that much about Nehemiah. But what I was shocked and sort of surprised to learn about. So Nehemiah was a leader of the Jewish people, and he's one of the people that led the Jewish folks out of the Babylonian exile. And he brought them back to Jerusalem, and Jerusalem, in the meantime, got trashed. So while those that were destroying the city still lived in the outskirts, Nehemiah and his chosen group of Jewish followers, they moved in. They moved into the broken down city, and they started to repair the walls, repair the houses, and repair everything. And nobody thought they had a chance of doing it. Nobody thought they would ever finish. But Nehemiah is the story of Jerusalem being repaired. And it got me thinking about how our church is going to come back into a space. And it hasn't been physically destroyed, not in the slightest. I think things are doing just fine around here physically. But the church has changed, and Jerusalem changed. And I don't even know if it was recognizable after they did the repairs. It was still the city, and the people that lived there still worshiped the Lord, but everything was done in a different way. So it'll be interesting to see what things are like when we get back together again. Will we sit in the same pews? Will we do the same actions? Probably not. Things might need to change. But what Nehemiah did in the city of Jerusalem was no small task. And I loved the part where he talks about the people working shoulder to shoulder. And everybody worked. They had it was called a mind to work. I don't know exactly what that means, but it sounds like they were pretty motivated people. And those that were mocking them from the outskirts of the city, they said, this is going to take years if you'll ever get to it. And I think it took them 58 days because they had a mind to work. We all want to get together, and we all want this pandemic to be over. But now it is our turn to have a mind to work on the things that are working, the social distancing, the washing our hands 1,000 times, the figuring out how to do homeschool and how to work from home and all of that. That is what we are called to do as a people. Martin Luther loved the book of Nehemiah because Nehemiah, he prays and he works. In Latin, it's called ora et labora, pray and work. That is our calling as Christians. I don't know what you do. You might be in construction, you might drive a truck, you might sell groceries, you might work on Wall Street, you might be a teacher. We all have our different jobs. We all have different callings. But my friends, what makes us a church, makes us a people of God, is ora et labora. We pray and we work. So wherever your tasks are today, I bless you and I give God thanks for your work. Sometimes it's as simple as washing the dishes or doing laundry, which in my household has become a mountainous task. But we pray and we work, and we work and we pray. And in the meantime, we move forward. And soon we will move forward together, shoulder by shoulder, to show the world that we are better together as a church. May God bless you and bless us all today.